Look, we all know that in order to make a shit load of money online is that you need to be able to get the right person to get to know, like, and trust the real you so they're willing to pull out their credit card and pay you. And I believe honestly that the two things that you need in order to do that is both authenticity and authority. And so in terms of authority, I think that there's in the online space, it's saturated with a lack of depth and a lack of quality. So what I mean by that is that if you can become the best in your niche or in your industry at what you do, it's so easy to stand out. And then also on the authenticity piece, one of my most favorite quotes is that vulnerability is courageous and authenticity is contagious. In 2023, honestly, I believe we're moving into a trust-based economy with AI and everything else and all of this curated content. It's so easy to sniff out the bullshit and the fakeness. And people aren't craving perfect. They're craving real. Here's what I mean. Would you rather follow someone who's always right or always real? Because when you can truly tap into your own authenticity, and the reason why vulnerability is courageous is fucking scary for you to actually be yourself in a world filled with fakeness where everyone's trying to be this or that in order to get likes or comments. And it can be quite counterintuitive because you believe that you have to be like that in order to fit in or stand out. But in fact, if you could actually learn how to be yourself and just be unapologetically self-expressed and say what's on your heart and stop being so goddamn quiet. There's a spark inside, just got to ignite it. That comes from a song by Sam Ryder. If you could double down on that, number one, you would attract way more cool people because you would attract people that are like you. Number two, it would be the secret to fulfillment. I honestly believe that being yourself is your God-given right. To be the fullest expression of who God created you to be. There's no greatest gift in the world. And I don't know even where I've gone with this, but I really hope that it's been valuable for you. I'm just flowing a little bit because I used to be so afraid to be myself, so much so I'd get in a car and I would be like, should I speak to this person? But what if I ask them a question and then they say this back and what do I say next? I was debilitated with anxiety because I'd go into every room trying to be someone I wasn't in order to fit in, to have people like me because I thought that's how I could experience love. And so I know what it feels like to not feel seen and heard. I know what it feels like to not fit in. And I know what it feels like to do things like drugs and alcohol because it gives you the courage to be who you didn't believe when you could be sober. So again, lesson from this is become world-class in what you do. And number two is double down on who you are, because if you can do that, you're going to win in 2024.